deep dive.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Today we're tackling online courses, specifically how to create one, and, just as importantly, how to sell it.
Right, because what's the point of pouring your heart and soul into a course if no one ends up taking it?
Exactly. And that leads us to the question we're exploring today. It's something like, what are the key steps involved in creating and selling online courses?
And I think that question really highlights a mindset shift a lot of people need to make. It's not just about creating content. It's about creating a product, something people see value in and are willing to pay for.
So it's kind of like instead of just sharing your knowledge for free, you're packaging it in a way that makes it even more valuable.
Exactly. Think about it like this. If you had a passion for cooking and wanted to share it with the world, you wouldn't just invite everyone over to your house for a free meal every night, right? You might open a restaurant.
I guess that makes sense. You'd have a menu, a system for preparing the food, a way to serve it, the whole 9 yards.
And that's a great analogy for online courses, too. You've got to think about all those elements. But instead of food, you're serving up knowledge and expertise.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. But where do we even begin with this whole process? It seems a bit overwhelming.
Well, let's break it down into two main parts. The creation of the course itself, and then the strategy for selling it.
Sounds good. Let's start with creation. What are the first things to think about when actually putting a course together?
The first thing, and this is crucial, is to define your target audience.
Right, so you're not just creating a course for everyone, you're creating it for a specific group of people.
Exactly. And it's not just about demographics like age or location. It's about understanding their needs, their goals, their pain points. What are they struggling with? What do they want to achieve?
I see. So you're really trying to get inside the head of your ideal student and understand what they're looking for in a course.
That's it. And once you have a clear picture of who you're creating for, you can start outlining your content.
So what are the core concepts you'll be covering?
Exactly. And how can you break down those concepts into modules and lessons that are easy to digest and follow?
And I imagine the format of the course matters too, right? Video, audio, text, are some better than others?
That's a great question, and it really depends on the content in your audience. Some people learn best by watching, others prefer listening, and some like a combination.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a visual learner. I need to see things to really understand them.
Right, so for someone like you, video lectures might be really effective, but for someone who's more auditory, maybe podcasts or audio recordings would be a better fit.
I guess it's all about finding what fits best for the material and for the people you're trying to reach.
Exactly. And you can even mix and match formats. You might have video lectures, downloadable worksheets, live Q&A sessions. It all depends on what makes sense for your course and your audience.
That's a good point. It's about being flexible and finding what works best. Now, what about things like production quality and pricing? Do those things matter?
Absolutely. Production quality is really important. It reflects your professionalism and can make a huge difference in how people perceive your course.
Makes sense. You don't want a course that looks like it was filmed in your basement with a potato, right?
Well, sometimes that can work if it's part of your brand's charm, but generally you want clear audio, good lighting, and well-designed visuals.
So you don't need a Hollywood studio, but you do need to make sure the course looks and sounds professional.
Exactly. Now, pricing is another big one.
Yeah, that feels like a tricky one. How do you decide how much to charge for your course?
Well, there are different pricing models you can use. One popular approach is value-based pricing.
So you're not just thinking about how much it costs you to create the course, you're thinking about the value it provides to the student.
Exactly. You're highlighting the transformation your course offers. Another option is tiered pricing.
Oh, like different levels of access with different price points.
Exactly. Maybe a basic package with just the core lessons, and then a premium package with bonus materials, personalized feedback, or access to a community forum.
So many options. But it sounds like the key is to really understand the value you're providing and price accordingly.
Right. Researching similar courses can also help you get a sense of what the market will bear.
Okay, so we've covered creating the course itself. But now comes the part a lot of people might dread. Selling it.
Ah, yes, the art of selling. But it doesn't have to be scary. It's really about connecting with your audience and showing them how your course can help them.
So how do you actually get people to sign up?
Well, first, you need to build an audience.
So like having a presence on social media, building an email list, that kind of thing?
Exactly. These are platforms where you can start connecting with potential students and sharing valuable content related to your course topic.
So it's about establishing yourself as an expert and building trust with your audience before you even launch the course.
Precisely. And when you're ready to launch, think about creating a sales funnel. This is a series of steps that guide people from learning about your course to actually enrolling.
So kind of like a roadmap that leads them to the point of sale.
Exactly. A compelling landing page that clearly highlights the benefits of your course is essential. You also need a clear call to action.
So you're telling people what the course is about, why they should care,
Yeah.
and then giving them a clear way to sign up.
That's it. And don't forget about choosing the right platform to host your course.
Are there different options?
There are. Some popular ones are Teachable and Thinkific. These platforms provide all the tools you need to deliver your content, process payments, and manage your students.
And each one has its own pros and cons, I imagine.
Exactly. So do your research and find the one that fits your needs and your budget.
It sounds like there are a lot of moving parts to this.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like a really exciting process. Taking your knowledge and turning it into something that can help others and also build a business.
It absolutely is. And it's fascinating to see the diversity of online courses out there. People are creating courses on just about anything you can imagine.
That's so true. It reminds me of something you said earlier. There's an audience for just about anything these days. It's just about finding those people and connecting with them.
Absolutely. And that's what I want you to think about as we wrap up. What unique knowledge or skill do you have that you could share with the world through an online course?
That's a great question. Everyone has something valuable to offer.
Exactly. It might be something you're already passionate about or an expertise you've developed over time. Don't underestimate the value you have to offer.
So true. And remember, today we've explored the key steps of creating high-quality content, finding the right platform, and reaching your audience. With the right planning and execution, turning your knowledge into a successful online course is definitely within reach.
So start brainstorming. That passion project or expertise you have could be the seed for your own thriving online course.
Great advice. Thanks for another insightful deep dive.